16 wily signs she only wants your attention but not a relationship. You like her, but you're not sure if she likes you back. So, how do you know for sure? One way is to look for the signs she only wants attention from you. It's time you figured out if this girl is really interested in you or if you're just wasting time. If she's only looking for attention, she knows exactly how to get it, but it's your job to figure out her intentions. Don't waste another minute chasing her around if it's only attention she wants from you. No one wants to be kept around just because it feeds their ego. Why do some girls want your attention so badly? It seems rather cruel of her to do that and lead you on, doesn't it? Let's take a look at the reasons and signs she only wants attention from you. First, she may have low self-esteem. Let's face it, many girls have low self-esteem. It doesn't matter how hot, intelligent, funny, and charming she is. She still may feel bad about herself for one reason or another. True, it doesn't make much sense that a hot girl would have low self-esteem. But unfortunately, that is the case for many of them. 1. Her childhood made her needy. What would make a girl like that have low self-esteem? Well, the list could be endless. But let's start with her parents and childhood. You have no idea what kind of family she grew up in. Her parents might not have been very loving to her. In fact, they could have been downright abusive, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or even physically. Or she could have just been neglected more than she should have been. If this happened in her childhood, then she will start seeking approval from anyone and anywhere. She does this because she needs to get emotional confirmation from somewhere, if she never got it from her parents. 2. She just loves attention and needs it to exist. Another reason is that it just feels good to get attention. This ties closely with what was just discussed about her low self-esteem. If someone is feeling bad about themselves, then it feels good to have people pay attention to you. 3. She's toying you for fun. Another reason that she only likes attention is that she might just like playing games with guys. That's not very ethical, but it happens a lot. Because she doesn't love herself and needs other people to feel important, when she plays games, it gives her a feeling of power. The clearest signs she only wants attention from you and nothing more. Now, chasing a girl isn't bad, but if she lets you chase her just for her own ego, then it's a problem. Not only will your chasing get you nowhere, but it also makes you look like a fool. Don't be a sucker. 1. You can't actually get a date with her. You may chase her all day and night, but the thing is, you can't actually land a date with her. But, if she only wants attention from you, she won't actually spend any time with you. If she agrees to go on a date with you, just when you're supposed to go, she'll make an excuse and flake out. Or, she goes but invites other people along. 2. She's always texting. If she spends time with you, most of her time is with her glued to her phone. She makes plans with her friends for later, goes on Tinder, takes selfies. The point is, though physically next to you, she's not mentally present. She's basically just hanging out with you to pass the time while you stroke her ego at the same time. 3. She flirts with everyone. Now, there's nothing wrong with flirting with people, that's basically how we see if we're attracted to someone. But she flirts constantly with multiple guys, even if they have girlfriends. These girls don't mind grinding against other guys, kissing them, giving their number without any intention of actually going further with them. That's definitely one of the signs that she only wants attention. 4. She's all about drama. If there's something slightly troubling, it's the end of the world for her. If she fought with a friend or had issues at school, everyone hears about it. This, first of all, keeps the world revolving around her. Secondly, it keeps you interested in her and concerned. 5. She'll speak to you on social media. But not via text message. Maybe you have her number. It doesn't matter, she never replies. If she only replies to you via Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook or Twitter, there's a problem. It's easy to ghost people on social media in comparison to texting and phone calls. Plus, it keeps you hooked on watching what she posts. 6. She needs to feel like a celebrity. You noticed she's unable to sustain genuine relationships with people around her. She constantly needs to be in the center of attention with constant stimulation around them. It's hard to get that from the same people. She switches them in and out of her life. 7. Her friends are the same. There's this quote that says, "You are who you hang out with." And you know, it's completely true. If all her friends do these things and use people, there's a high chance that she does too. Now, we don't want to generalize, so you definitely should check her friends before you make this assumption. 8. Her excuses are vague. You asked her out or asked her if she's into you, but she can't really seem to give you a solid answer. In fact, she doesn't have a good or logical answer to any question you ask her. Truthfully, this is one of those big signs she only wants attention from you, but doesn't actually care, nor does she even want to invest the time. What does this mean? She just keeps you around because it makes her feel good to watch you run after her. 9. She doesn't want to be alone with you. She never asks you to hang out one-on-one. Well, she never asks you to hang out, but never mind that. If she's not trying to spend time with you one-on-one, it's not a good sign. If she saw you as a friend or someone close, she wouldn't have a problem spending alone time with you, but she doesn't even see you as that. 10. She keeps you away from her friends. You don't get invited out with her and her friends, which is a pretty solid sign she's not into you. If she was, she would tell all her friends and introduce you to them as soon as possible. But in this case, she doesn't want them to know that you're anything more than a friend. She doesn't want them to get the wrong idea of what's going on between you two. 11. She's inconsistent. One week she texts you all the time. Then, the week after, she's as cold as ice. Though extremely annoying, it hooks you on her as you end up investing more time in figuring out what's going on. See how it works? It's a one-sided relationship through manipulation tactics. 12. She knows nothing about you. She's never actually asked you about yourself. Weird, right? If someone really likes you, they want to know everything about you. But if she's not curious about your personal life, then she's not into you at all. If a girl likes a guy, she spends all the time in the world getting as much information on them as possible. 13. She loves being complimented. In fact, she spends a lot of time fishing for compliments. If she does her makeup, wears something sexy, she's expecting your jaw to hit the floor. She even makes negative comments about her appearance. Usually, that's a way to get you to praise her and boost her ego. This is one of the clear signs that she only wants attention from you. 14. She has 1 trillion selfies on her social media. Selfies are pretty common these days. However, there's taking selfies, and then there's taking selfies. In other words, when a girl does nothing but take pictures of herself and post them for the whole world to see, then you know she is an attention hog. And even more so, if she only uses a ton of filters and never shows her natural face, then you know she needs to look perfect, and is searching for people to compliment her all the time. 15. Her words don't match her actions. You may be saying how much you like her, and she says she likes you too. But yet when you text her, she takes hours and hours to respond. People who really like you don't take that long. Or when you ask her to hang out, and she says, "Oh yes, I can't wait to see you." But she can never fit you into her schedule, or she flakes on you. If that's happening, then she is probably only seeking your attention. 16. She posts on social media 24/7. If she posts things on social media several times an hour, then as they say, Houston, we have a problem. It could be anything from what she's eating, to her friends, to selfies, well, anything. It's not only important to analyze how often she posts, but also what kind of stories and photos she posts. The more often and the more self-centered the posts, the more likely she is only trying to get attention from people. Now that you know the signs she only wants attention from you, it's time you figured out if this girl is someone you need in your life, or if you're just wasting your time feeding her ego. If it's the latter, it's time to move